Okay, now it gets to the scary stuff. So inside of our if statement, we have 4 other if statements, of course, and the first thing that we do is we set isValidItem to false. We want isValidItem to default to false at the top of this at all times. And what I want to do is I want to check to see, okay, if many choice equals 1, store the item price, or store the value 3 inside of item price, store the value Coke, the string literal Coke, inside of the variable item name, and change isValidItem to be equal to true. Then the next if statement does the same thing, except for it has different variables, or different values, sorry. So if they type in 2, then, well, we set the item price to 10, we set the item name to Pepsi, and we set isValidItem to true. If the many choice is 3, then we set item price to 100, item name to Mountain Dew, and isValidItem to true. Isn't isValidItem false because that's what we defaulted to? Well, no. See how if we get into any of these if statements, if we detect that the user has entered 1, 2, or 3, we override the value of isValidItem to be true. And we use that variable in order to detect to see if they typed in 1, 2, or 3. So isValidItem will be set to true if they typed in 1, 2, or 3. And we can know that because these if statements set it right there and overwrite whatever existing value was inside of this variable to equal true. And we can use that then again to detect what we're going to do. So if they did enter a valid item, at this point our item price and item name are now equal to what we told them they would be based off the menu. So that's kind of nice. I'll go ahead and do the else statement first, then I'll get into this final if statement, or the second to final if statement. If they did not insert a valid item or type in a valid item, we tell them that it's not a valid item and we move on with our day. Again, if we hit this else block, execution will go down here, and then go down here. Once it goes down here, again, because this is a while loop, it jumps all the way back up to the while loop, and we continue on and on and on and on.